100 players who shook the cop.
Barnes. Oh, lovely back heel. McMahon. Aldridge. Good challenge. Beardsley. Oh, that's a lovely goal. That's a lovely goal.
Peter Beardsley. Now there's a great player.
Peter Beardsley's brilliant.
Now Aldridge to Houghton. Oh, he's got away from Brian Robson. He needs support in the middle. Beardsley's arriving now. Beardsley! 1-1 and Liverpool strike.
A great team player.
I mean, Peter Beardsley is the epitome of that kid in school that nobody would have picked. You know, if you look at Peter Beardsley, you know when he went to school on the first day and everyone looked at him and he said, "What do you want to do?" "Play football." They got no chance.
We got Peter Beardsley for a record fee at the time from Newcastle, and it was when Kenny was rebuilding the team, and alongside Barnes and Aldridge, we all thought, well, he's going to be the one that really shapes this team, and he's the new Kenny, if you like.
He filled the Kenny Dalglish role. As
it happened, it was Barnes who really cut the eye that year, and Peter sort of got a little bit overshadowed. But when you look back at the footage, and particularly the goals John Aldridge scored that year, he was at the centre of so many of them.
Forward by Gillespie. For Klein, guilty of holding back Beardsley, but he's through anyway. And Beardsley scores his first league goal for Liverpool and makes it 4-0.
For me, that is the best football I've seen in the First Division for 18 months. It was lovely to watch. Why don't they go somewhere else and do it instead of here at Highfield Road?
Peter Beardsley's one of those players who was in that generation where playing football mattered. Now, it's all about if you look good and if you can do an endorsement and all that. Peter Beardsley was never going to get an advert for toothpaste, was he? He was never ever going to be the face of Walker's Crisps, was he? He was never going to be a shampoo advert. But you put him on a pitch and he was a magician.
Aldridge. Beardsley. Oh, brilliantly done by Peter Beardsley.
In fact, some ways I always think that Peter Beardsley is one of those players who perhaps doesn't get mentioned early enough when you're going through the list of great players. Gets a little bit overlooked, but shouldn't do. Anyone who looks back on DVDs and videos of the 80s and Beardsley playing, you realise this guy was something seriously good.
The goals that he not only made, that he created, and his movements off the ball was fantastic.
They don't get offside. It's Beardsley. Aldridge is in the middle. Oh, Beardsley, brilliant! Unbelievable!
And I think partly it's because most of his childhood he spent getting chased.
Beardsley! Oh!
He was at the heart, creativity. I think it was the 5-0 against Nottingham Forest when Liverpool were better than the Brazilians.
Oh, look at Barnes here. They're waiting for the pullback. Beardsley! Oh! A glorious goal again.
When you see his goal in that probably tells you everything about Beardsley. I mean, he was a truly gifted player and scored beautiful goals.
He's found Nicol, despite the attention to McCall. It's more like Liverpool of the first half. Beardsley, Barnes is free. Oh,
to me, he was a central point in that team, and like I said, particularly for creating chances for Aldridge, and also just picking up passes off the likes of McMahon, Whelan, Spatman and all the rest of them.
Beardsley, he seems to be able to find space and find Aldridge. And that is another superb Liverpool goal. Peter Beardsley made it, John Aldridge scored it.
Quite why we actually sold him to Everton is something that maybe the manager at the time would like to discuss at another time, but nevertheless we sold him perhaps at almost at his best really, which was a bit of a shame, but nevertheless we had some great years from him.
Delightful ball again by Barnes. McMahon in for Beardsley! That makes it 2.
I never understand a word he said, but never mind. Who cares? He let the football do the talking for him, and for that I think we'll be eternally grateful.
Barnes, here's Beardsley. Sagers is out of possession, and a goal is scored, and Liverpool have announced themselves in southwest London in the best possible style. Oh, and Beardsley, it was a great ball by Ablett, and a great goal!
Two in support. Peter Beardsley, great chance. That's the killer goal. Venison. Rush. Peter Beardsley. Yes! And that concludes the night's business.